SAP REFX, Real Estate Management, Interview Questions and Answers. What is SAP REFX? SAP REFX, Real Estate Management, is a solution within SAP ERP that handles real estate-related processes, such as lease management, space management, and property accounting. What are the key components of SAP REFX? The main components of SAP REFX are contract management, rental object management, and technical objects management. What is contract management in SAP REFX? Contract management in SAP REFX deals with lease agreements and other real estate-related contracts. How does SAP REFX handle rental object management? SAP REFX manages rental objects such as rental units, parking spaces, and other physical spaces used in real estate management. What is technical object management in SAP REFX? Technical object management in SAP REFX involves managing technical aspects of real estate, such as buildings, structures, and equipment. What are the different master data types in SAP REFX? The main master data types in SAP REFX are business partner, contract, rental object, and technical object. How does SAP REFX integrate with other SAP modules? SAP REFX integrates with financial accounting, FI, controlling, CO, and plant maintenance, PM, modules, among others, to ensure seamless data flow. What is the significance of the rental object category in SAP REFX? The rental object category helps categorize rental objects, allowing you to group them based on specific characteristics for better management. How does SAP REFX handle lease conditions and pricing? SAP REFX manages lease conditions and pricing through condition contracts and pricing elements, which define rent calculation rules. What is the purpose of the real estate contract account statement in SAP REFX? The real estate contract account statement provides a detailed overview of financial transactions related to a specific real estate contract. What is the settlement unit in SAP REFX? The settlement unit represents the area or quantity that forms the basis for rent calculation for a rental object. How does SAP REFX manage lease renewals and terminations? SAP REFX handles lease renewals and terminations through contract changes and contract expiry processes. What is the purpose of the Real Estate Management Information System, REFX is, in SAP REFX? REFX is a reporting tool that provides various analytical reports and key performance indicators, KPIs, related to real estate management. How can you perform mass changes in SAP REFX? Mass changes in SAP REFX can be done using standard mass change functionalities or by running specific custom programs. Explain the process of creating a new rental agreement in SAP REFX. The process involves creating a business partner, defining a rental object, creating a contract, setting lease conditions, and finally, activating the rental agreement. What is the SAP Real Estate Management Rapid Deployment Solution, RDS? The RDS is a pre-configured and ready-to-use package that accelerates the implementation of SAP REFX. How does SAP REFX handle index-based rent adjustments? SAP REFX can automatically adjust rents based on predefined index values using the index-based rent adjustment functionality. What are the various types of payments that can be managed in SAP REFX? SAP REFX can manage different payment types, including rent payments, service charges, and security deposits. Explain the concept of settlement profile in SAP REFX. The settlement profile defines the rules and settings for the distribution of costs and revenues among various recipients involved in a rental contract. How can you integrate SAP REFX with SAP Business Warehouse, BW? Integration between SAP REFX and SAP BW allows data extraction for real estate reporting and analytics purposes. What is the purpose of cost allocation in SAP REFX? Cost allocation in SAP REFX helps distribute expenses among different cost centers, departments, or business units. Can you explain the concept of condition contracts in SAP REFX? Condition contracts in SAP REFX define the conditions and rules for rent calculation and billing. How can you handle rent adjustments due to changes in a rental object? Changes in a rental object that affect the rent calculation can be managed by updating the contract or triggering a contract change process. What are the key integration points between SAP REFX and SAP Plant Maintenance, PM? Integration points include handling maintenance orders and managing technical objects and plant maintenance using SAP REFX data. How does SAP REFX support the handling of periodic invoicing and rent billing? SAP REFX provides functionalities to automate periodic invoicing and rent billing processes based on predefined rules and schedules. What is the significance of condition type in SAP REFX? Condition types in SAP REFX define specific conditions or charges that apply to a contract, such as base rent, service charges, or maintenance costs. Can you explain the process of managing rental unit vacancies in SAP REFX? Rental unit vacancies are handled by creating and managing rental objects with a status indicating vacancy, and they can be assigned to new tenants when needed. How does SAP REFX support Common Area Maintenance, CAM, cost distribution? SAP REFX facilitates CAM cost distribution by defining rules for allocating common area expenses among multiple tenants or cost centers. What is the purpose of Real Estate Business Intelligence, REBI, in SAP REFX? REBI is used for advanced real estate reporting and analytics, providing interactive dashboards and in-depth insights into real estate performance. How does SAP REFX handle subletting and its associated processes? SAP REFX supports subletting by creating subcontracts under a master contract and managing rent distribution accordingly. What are the essential steps to set up a new rental object in SAP REFX? The steps involve defining the rental object data, assigning it to a property or building, and specifying its relevant attributes and conditions. Can you explain the concept of real estate global settings in SAP REFX? Real estate global settings allow you to configure various settings applicable across multiple real estate objects and contracts. How can you perform a rent roll analysis using SAP REFX? Rent roll analysis can be done through standard reports or by extracting relevant data using tools like SAP Business Warehouse, BW, for further analysis. What is the purpose of the contractual partner concept in SAP REFX? The contractual partner represents an entity associated with a real estate contract, which may differ from the business partner responsible for financial transactions. How can you manage service charge settlements and cost allocations in SAP REFX? Service charge settlements are managed by defining settlement rules and using the service charge settlement process to distribute costs among tenants. Explain the role of real estate objects in SAP REFX. Real estate objects represent physical spaces, buildings, or properties that are subject to real estate management processes. Can you integrate SAP REFX with SAP Customer Relationship Management, CRM? Yes, SAP REFX can be integrated with SAP CRM to manage customer interactions related to real estate services. What is the purpose of the Real Estate Management and Enterprise Asset Management, REFX integration? REFX integration enables handling real estate assets in the context of overall enterprise asset management in SAP. How does SAP REFX handle rent escalation and de-escalation clauses in contracts? Rent escalation and de-escalation clauses can be managed through condition contracts and by defining conditions based on specific triggers. Can you explain the difference between flat rate and variable rate rents in SAP REFX? Flat rate rents remain fixed throughout the lease term, while variable rate rents can change based on predefined factors like index values or inflation rates. What is the role of real estate management and supplier relationship management, REFX SRM, integration? The REFX SRM integration facilitates supplier management and procurement processes related to real estate services. How can you handle rent-free periods or rent abatements in SAP REFX? Rent-free periods can be managed by configuring special conditions within the lease contract or by adjusting the rental billing. Can you explain the purpose of the Real Estate Management and Project Systems, REFX Phosphorus Monosulfide, integration? REFX PS integration enables tracking real estate-related project costs and activities using SAP project systems. How does SAP REFX support automatic rent determination? SAP REFX uses condition contracts and condition types to automatically determine the applicable rent based on predefined rules and conditions. What are alternative conditions in SAP REFX, and how are they used? Alternative conditions allow you to define multiple sets of conditions for a contract, and you can choose the appropriate one during rent determination. Can you explain the role of the Real Estate Management and Supplier Relationship Management, REFX SRM, integration? The REFX SRM integration facilitates supplier management and procurement processes related to real estate services. How does SAP REFX handle rent escalations based on consumer price indices, CPI? SAP REFX can automatically adjust rents using consumer price indices for specific regions or countries. Can you explain the concept of condition contracts in SAP REFX? Condition contracts in SAP REFX define the conditions and rules for rent calculation and billing. What are the key integration points between SAP REFX and SAP Plant Maintenance, PM? Integration points include handling maintenance orders and managing technical objects and plant maintenance using SAP REFX data. How does SAP REFX support the handling of periodic invoicing and rent billing? SAP REFX provides functionalities to automate periodic invoicing and rent billing processes based on predefined rules and schedules. What is the purpose of the Real Estate Management in Sales and Distribution, REFX SD, integration? The REFX SD integration allows real estate management to interact with sales and distribution processes for services related to real estate objects. How does SAP REFX handle security deposits for rental contracts? SAP REFX manages security deposits by creating separate payment documents or posting them as special conditions within the rental contract. Can you explain the role of substitution rules in SAP REFX? Substitution rules in SAP REFX allow you to automatically replace certain values or texts in contracts during specific events or conditions. How can you handle rent adjustments due to changes in an index or price list? Rent adjustments due to changes in an index or price list can be managed by updating the relevant condition records or using the index-based rent adjustment functionality. What are the different options available for rent calculation in SAP REFX? Rent calculation options include using flat rates, variable rates, step rents, and special condition types defined in condition contracts. Can you explain the concept of budget billing in SAP REFX? Budget billing in SAP REFX allows you to distribute annual costs across multiple periods to achieve more balanced rent amounts. How does SAP REFX support the handling of lease incentives, like rent-free periods or cash allowances? SAP REFX allows you to create separate special conditions for lease incentives, specifying their terms and duration within the rental contract. What is the purpose of Real Estate Business Partner role in SAP REFX? The Real Estate Business Partner role identifies a business partner as a tenant, landlord, or other relevant roles within the context of real estate management. Can you explain how SAP REFX handles rent adjustments for changing usage areas of rental objects? Rent adjustments for changing usage areas can be managed by updating the rental object master data and recalculating the rent based on the new area. How can you perform a rent forecast analysis using SAP REFX? Rent forecast analysis can be done by using historical rent data, trend analysis, and predictive modeling within SAP REFX or with external tools. How does SAP REFX handle rent settlement in foreign currencies? SAP REFX supports rent settlement in foreign currencies by using exchange rates and currency conversion factors defined in the system. Can you explain the reversal of accruals process in SAP REFX? The reversal of accruals process in SAP REFX allows you to reverse or cancel accrued amounts in cases like contract cancellations or corrections. How can you perform cost allocation among multiple business partners or cost centers in SAP REFX? SAP REFX provides functionality for cost allocation by setting up allocation rules, percentages, and distribution keys for various cost elements. What is the role of real estate management in treasury? REFX integration. REFX Trail integration enables treasury management processes, such as handling rent payments and cash flow forecasting for real estate contracts. Can you explain the concept of master contract in SAP REFX? The master contract serves as a template or framework for creating individual rental contracts with similar conditions and settings. How can you handle rent settlements for periodic billing periods that span different months or years? SAP REFX accommodates such scenarios by automatically prorating the rent amounts based on the relevant number of days in each billing period. Can you explain how SAP REFX handles rent settlements with multiple currencies involved? SAP REFX manages rent settlements with multiple currencies by using exchange rates and currency conversion factors to convert amounts into the desired currency. How can you handle rent escalations or adjustments based on predefined rules in SAP REFX? SAP REFX provides condition contracts with condition types, allowing you to set up rules for rent escalations or adjustments based on specific triggers.